How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you all a quadruple diamond debut. This is the squad. I packed Mike Trout. I bought Marte off the market, as well as David Ortiz. I pulled Mickey Mantle as my choice. I picked up the 3 Braves pitchers, as well as Clayton Kershaw, Corey Kluber. I'm going to be selecting Greg Maddux for this game, so he will be making his debut. So technically 5 diamonds will be debuting in the lineup in this video. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. This guy has a very good team. The pregame loading screen looks much different in MLB The Show 20. I think that this lineup screen is amazing. This guy has Ronald Acuna. He also has David Ortiz. He chose Ken Griffey Jr. He has his creative player in there, Anthony Rendon, as well as Chris Sale on the mound. So this is the first time I'm using Greg Maddux. And very first pitch, I go with the cutter low and away. He grounds it out to Joey Gallo at third base, playing in his secondary position. So I have 4 guys in their secondary position. Both my middle infielders, as well as my third baseman, and Mickey Mantle in left field. We get the strikeout there against Ronald Acuna. I think he has the dead red quirk. I'm not quite sure. I need to brush up on my quirks for live series hitters in this game, because it definitely gives them a significant boost whenever you throw a breaking ball to a guy with breaking ball hitter or a fastball to a guy with dead red. So those are things to keep in mind. I know Mike Trout will be making his debut following up Mickey Mantle. Mickey Mantle, Special Edition Diamond, blooping a single in, very late jammed base hit to start it off. 65 miles an hour off the bat. I mean, you're going to get some weird hits in this game. Now we have Mike Trout up at the plate, 88 power against lefties, and he smashes that one just early, good. That's going to be an RBI double. I'm going from first to second there on the throw to the cutoff man. Now we have David Ortiz coming up. So lots of action early on in this game. David Ortiz smacks a base hit, good. Not as much power against lefties, but definitely a really good swing. Almost got backpicked there. My base running is not going to be that great starting off this game. I will have a video on my settings here in this video as well. I wanted to touch on that a little bit, but I'm going with the Starfighter Wedge combination of the PCI. I am trying to get the timing down, but this game feels so smooth. Here we have the pre-order or the special version of Aaron Judge. I had to choose this guy because of the power. So I've been very late on a fastball. I've been very early on a fastball. And I am looking to smack one to dead center. Playing at Ship It Field. Smack that one up the middle, not dead center over the fence, but dead center up the middle for a base hit. However, I did extend off of first base a little bit too much there. Got back picked with Aaron Judge, but we have to Marte up. This is a card I really wanted to get. I have a feeling he's going to break out even further this year. A potential MVP candidate, good squared up. I paid about 38,000 stubs for him. I've wanted to purchase a couple diamonds. Here we have Joey Gallo, the gold version. I'm smacking the first pitch. That's a slider. Early squared up, line drive, 109 off the bat. If I get a little bit under that, a little bit more, that is gone for a two-run shot, a no-doubter. Anyway, we have Fernando Tatis up. And I really like this game. I mean, a few of these hits, I'm just barely off the ball, but it feels like it's going to be very rewarding. It feels like good squared up hits will be hit very hard every time, and defense is certainly going to matter. Here we bobble one with Fernando Tatis. I expect that to happen playing in the secondary position. I expect that to happen sometimes, but I do like how pitchers are locating, especially with Greg Maddux, a control pitcher. You need that to happen. And I feel like I'm able to have pretty good feedback on some of these pitches with my analog meter. David Ortiz makes the play at first base. I wanted to try out a few different things here. I wanted to try out some guys that don't really have the greatest fielding out in the field, just because I'm curious. Here we get a nice double play ball. Joey Gallo makes the play. Great arm strength all around. The diamond there as we turn that one. That was a pretty tough play. Nice animations. Great urgency as well with that double play. Yasmani Grandal starting off the next inning with a base hit. Almost gets thrown out. I talked about that with that Yadier Molina in the team affinity. I wasn't joking. Those types of catchers with 5-6 speed, they will get thrown out on base hits to right field, especially if defense is more aware in this game. I'm going to go ahead and bunt with Greg Maddux there. We have Mickey Mantle up at the plate. And this card, I can already tell, is going to be amazing. Even though I only have the 86 version of Mickey Mantle, this card is going to be great, especially if I'm able to get 2 base hits with him and 2 at-bats facing a lefty. This one with Mike Trout, I felt like I destroyed it. Good okay. Just barely missed it off the PCI. Off the end of the bat a little bit. I like how the feedback pops up right as you hit the ball. You know exactly what you did, and you can kind of focus on the next at-bat. You don't necessarily have to look at the feedback at a specific time. It's right there after you make contact. Really nice improvements in this game. But we have a 4-run lead. 7 hits already. This opponent doesn't have any hits yet, but he has started to hit the ball a little bit. Put the ball in play, started to make a little bit more contact. And I know that I'm trying to get through some of these innings with Greg Maddux. I'm trying to show as much gameplay with this card as possible because it is a debut video for him. It's a debut video for all these guys at the plate. My first game, I went undefeated in the beta. But I only played about 5 or 6 games of the beta, so I wanted to try and see how much similarity is in this gameplay as well as it was in the beta. And I feel like it's a very good game so far. This first initial impression, very good game. That was a tough play from Tatis. Made another bobbled play. He's going to go ahead and bunt, but he did not steal. So you want to try and steal when you're bunting with your pitcher because that's not enough speed to advance. He gets thrown out there. We keep 22 speed on first. And if he was able to get this bunt down, he would have an opportunity to score this run at the plate. Base hit up the middle, he would have an opportunity to score. Mike Trout has a pretty good arm. He might have been thrown out at the plate, but now he has an opportunity anyway. Ronald Acuna, a couple great dots from Greg Maddux, getting ahead, 2-2 count. Going with the sinker up and away. What a pitch from Greg Maddux there. Dotting up the sinker up and away, and we get the strikeout. Ketel Marte up again. Already has a base hit. And now here's another double. Good squared up. Perfect placement. Launched it into the gap. I like how the point of contact where you hit the ball is a lot more smooth in this game. Joey Gallo is going to smack one. Good squared up. Line drive. Exit velocity 103. A nice rising line drive off of a ground ball. I mean, that was just a laser beam up the middle, out of reach. Earlier, you know, in previous years, that might be an out where if you square it up, it might just, you know, hit the grass. It will stay in the infield a little bit easier. Anyway, the opponent quits on that play right there. We still had a lot of game left, still plenty of opportunity to come back. But anyway, I figured for the remainder of this video, I'll open up the rewards. I'll select these few left-handed relievers that I'm going to choose right now in Vita Blue, as well as John Franco. I thought about taking Babe Ruth. I thought about taking Craig Biggio, you know, some of these new guys. But John Franco is also a new player, and he throws a screwball. I'll take that lefty reliever to mix him in. I'm curious to see how much stamina I just used for Greg Maddux. I want to talk about how much I use for Greg Maddux so that way it's easy to gauge depending on a rage quit or depending on a quit in the middle of the game. And it wasn't that much. As you can see there, it was just a little bit. We pitched 3 innings, and as you can see from the screenshot right there, it doesn't really have that much of a energy missing. So I wouldn't want to start him the next game. I'll probably use Tom Glavine or John Smoltz for the next game. But definitely solid debuts from some of these guys. I would have liked to get a few more at-bats. But we do have a lot of power. The reason why I'm using Josh Rojas on my team is because he is an ex-teammate of mine. I played with him in community college, and I'll end up trying to start him for a video. I'll try and use him in the leadoff spot. I just wanted to throw him on the squad simply because I did play baseball with him alongside him. So that was pretty cool. It's awesome that he's in the game. But anyway, I'm going through the creative player. I'm taking a look at what are some of the missions, how to get the initial creative player. It looks like you need 10 program stars in this creative player, 3 for each of these collections, and I don't quite have enough players yet. I will go ahead and do this, but I wanted to see how much difference, or what are the differences in this creative player screen from MLB The Show 19. I have made a few creative player videos for those, how to build up your creative player in different years, and I recently made one as well, so I'll link that in this video in the comment section down below. But a lot of really good choices here. I'll probably choose this Catcher Power Focus 1 as my initial choice for this diamond. And then I'll probably end up choosing the balance focused for a lot of these guys. I'm looking at the second baseman. I'm looking at the catcher right now, but I'm also going to be looking at the shortstop and the second baseman, and probably going with the balance for those positions. I'll also be checking out the pitcher and including my settings in this video as well. I figured I'll try and take care of a few things in one video. Now that we're this late in, if you watched this far, I'll put a couple screenshots of my settings at the end here. But some really good options. I'll probably choose the balance focus. It's the safest bet for all of these positions. Now, in this situation, for a shortstop, you have a power focus shortstop and a speed for the diamond focus, the first focus. But the first focus doesn't really affect the second one. It did earlier. It did in MLB The Show 18, but not in this year's game. So it did not in MLB The Show 19, and it does not in MLB The Show 20. So I like that in the sense that I'll probably end up choosing a balance focus for each of them. I want to have a power focused player at each position, though. If I am going to grind these out, I'll try and take an 85 diamond power focus and then a balance focused 88 or 89, whatever the case is. Now we're looking at the second base. I think the contact focus and what is this, power focus? Yeah, I would definitely choose the power here and then choose the balanced here. There isn't even a power focused second baseman second tier, so that's why I would choose the first one as the power focus. Just little things like that. It's important to keep in mind what the opportunities are, what is available, and how you can kind of build up a team or build up a player that you don't necessarily have already. Like pitching, for example. Pitching is going to be important this year, especially with the energy. If you're able to use your creative player and select him, it might be worth it to pick one of these guys. I think the break-focused starter and possibly this velo-focused closer, depending on how slow he throws that changeup. I also think the velocity-focused closer will be pretty good. Honestly, all of these creative players will be pretty good. If you choose the balanced or the fielding or the speed focused, those players will be pretty good, and they'll be a different type of archetype in terms of players that you won't be able to really use unless you create them that way, because it gives you an opportunity to build a dynamic player. I mean, I'll go through my initial build and everything in a different video or a separate Twitter clip, something like that. But I like to use, a generic stance. I like to use very generic, basic settings when I'm creating my creative player to give myself an advantage. But now I'll go ahead and reveal some settings here in terms of PCI and stuff like that. So feel free to pause on some of these settings. I'm going to just quickly go through it because I don't want to make the video last too long. I wanted to include some gameplay. I wanted to take you guys through some of the settings I'm going to be using. But thank you all for watching this video. I'm College Lefty. If you enjoyed, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new. I'm just getting started on uploading some of these videos. Until next time, peace out.